Россия началась для нас с приграничной станции.
The Aksaraysk border station is our first point of entry into Russia. We wait for over 2 hours during the usual inspections, and some of the passengers leave the train to head to Astrakhan, the regional capital. From there, some migrants will head to the Urals, while others will continue on to Siberia.
Взял курс на Волгоград.
Our train heads for Volgograd, a short stop where just a few people leave the train. The painstaking inspections of luggage and passports are all behind us. Our destination, the Kazansky railway station in Moscow, is just 1,000 kilometers or 24 hours away. Oddly enough, it seems that the Tajiks feel more comfortable on Russian territory than they did in neighboring Uzbekistan or formerly brotherly Turkmenistan. At Pavorina station, the passengers pour onto the platform.
Вот беляши.
С картошкой?
Да.
Сколько?
20 рублей беляши. Берешь? Сейчас. Ничего, ребят, нет,
Давай, не кричи.
Нет. Ребят, я проработал долго.
Один так возьми.
Ну, это что ты мне даешь?
Сейчас я тебе евро дам.
Я их не понимаю, эти ваши евро.
Когда поезд тронулся, выяснилось,
When our train is moving again, we learn that Umet Rahimov has had a change of plans. He was supposed to change trains in Volgograd and go to Sochi, where he has been promised work building facilities for the 2014 Olympics. But as we crossed the Kazakh-Russian border a day before, he got a phone call from his friends in Krasnodar, who said that the construction foreman had thrown out all the migrant workers. Umet decides it will be best to go to Moscow instead, but he will need another ticket. Until he has the chance to buy one, he asks our conductor Husnia to help him avoid the authorities.
Я надела форму, и мы спустились в вокзал. Там многих этих гастарбайтеров, которые едут на работу, остановили внутри вокзала, как стадо овец в одну сторону.
Умет и Хусния, увидев людей,
When they notice a few people in uniform, Umet and Husnia go back to the train. One of the passengers said it's all too easy for migrants from Tajikistan to have their money taken away, so Umet decides not to push his luck. Besides, the train is about to depart.
А если взять вот так, почему они задержали? Так-то они не имеют права же. Есть паспорт, есть билет, есть иммиграционная. Он имеет право 3 дня ходить без всяких боязней. В течение 3 дней он должен себе уже сделать регистрацию.
Билет Умеду купили утром на станции.
Umet manages to get a ticket at Pavorino station, but now his main problem is to figure out what to do in Moscow.
Меня никто не будет встречать в Москве. Вот позвоню ребятам. Если согласие дают, что приезжай работать, пойду работать. Если нет, придется самому искать работу.
Умет уже в 12.
Umet used to travel to Moscow with his uncle. For 12 years, they worked together at the Kievsky railway station, selling fruit and vegetables. As Umet grew older, he started traveling to Moscow by himself. He has had dozens of jobs. Last year, for example, he slaughtered pigs at a farm in the Moscow suburbs. He has also worked in construction and at the Cherkizovsky market, like many Tajik migrants. Umet is disappointed that the job in Sochi fell through, but he is happy to be traveling to Russia once again.
Россия для меня все. Россия дала мне жену. Я бы всю жизнь проработал в Таджикистане, никогда бы не женился, дом бы не построил, машину бы не купил. Но есть у меня одна заветная мечта. Даст Бог, заработаю денег и отправлю мать в Саудовскую Аравию совершить хадж. И все. Россия для меня на этом закончится.
Поезд Душанбе-Москва, помимо промежуточных станций...
The Dushanbe-Moscow train makes a few more stops as it moves onto the side tracks to let the express trains from Moscow pass. These unplanned stops don't seem to bother anyone. In fact, the passengers are happy to stretch their legs. Some of them buy groceries, others prefer home-cooked meals. The local business-minded babushkas offer their usual goods.
Пока народ развлекался на...
While the passengers are busy getting supplies, the train cooks and waiters stock up on firewood. We see them hard at work as the train starts to move, sawing a dried-up railroad tie right in the middle of the narrow carriage. They explain that there must always be hot water in the samovars and warm pilaf and stew on the menu.
Поезд Душанбе-Москва пересек границу...
Around 3 in the morning, our train finally crosses into the Moscow region, 4 days after the journey began in Dushanbe. We have left Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan and thousands of kilometers of Russian territory behind us. Everyone is anxious to reach their destinations. Muhammad Ali calls his son, whom he will see soon.
Вот мой сын Шухрат должен встретить меня на вокзале. О нем и думаю.
Gulia Vahitova calmly waits to arrive in Орехово-Зуево by morning.
Не знаю, может, сегодня на работу. С корабля на бал.
Jamshed Nabiev is supposed to meet a friend at the platform to travel to Bryansk together for construction work.
Как видите, благодаря Всевышнему мы наконец добрались до Москвы.
Umet Rahimov is the only one without certain plans, but he is still hopeful and confident that he will find something in this metropolis of 10 million people. Our train arrives at Kazansky railway station in the early morning. The platform is empty and quiet, but it begins to hum with activity as 300 passengers get off the train. The Tajik labor migrants pass by the police and taxis in small groups and head for the metro. Here on the platform we say goodbye to the people we have traveled with for 4 days. Some migrants will return to Tajikistan in a few months. Others might have trouble finding work and will have to stay in Russia until their luck changes. Many of the labor migrants wear amulets with the inscription, "May Allah protect you." They know that they will face many new hardships and challenges here in Moscow as they search for work and a better life.
Прошли 2,5
2 months have passed since we said goodbye to the travelers at the end of their train journey from Dushanbe to Moscow. Jamshed Nabiev, the school teacher, has qualified for permanent residency in Russia and is building houses in Sheremetyevo. Muhammad Ali, the former judo instructor, is working at a market in Lublino. He bought an old car and drives traders from one railway station to another. Gulia Vahitova invited us for pilaf at the restaurant where she works as a chef. Only Umet Rahimov, the optimist, remains unemployed. He is staying with other Tajiks in Domodedovo and is still struggling to find work during tough economic times.